This is Julie Ellison here with Climbing Magazine to talk to you today about an integral part of lead climbing, and that's clipping. Here's a pretty typical quick draw. Notice how both beaner's gates are oriented in the same direction. This is the safest way to set up your quick draw. Also notice on this quick draw, we have a loose end and we have a tighter end. The loose end is for clipping the piece of protection or clipping the bolt, and then the tighter end actually has a little rubber gasket that keeps it tight in there so it doesn't move and it stays really stable when you're going to clip the rope. And now I'm going to show you a couple different methods to actually clip. So I've climbed up to my first piece of protection. I found a really comfortable stance where my feet are good and I feel okay holding on with one hand. I'm going to go ahead and clip into the piece of protection. So this climb heads up generally left, so I'm going to want to face my gates away from that. So when I clip in, I have my gates facing right. That's so that when the rope runs up and left where I'm headed, it actually runs over the spine and not the gate of the carabiner. So now we're going to clip the rope in. I'm going to start from my knot, move down the rope, and then bring it up smoothly. This is called the pinch clip. You're going to do this anytime the gate is facing away from you. Notice how the rope is running over my pointer finger. I'm going to stabilize the carabiner with my thumb, and then I'm going to push the rope in with my pointer finger and then move it out. I've moved up to my next piece of protection, and the gate on this beaner is facing towards me. So I'm going to use what's called the snap method. Starts the same way. Start from your knot, move down the rope, pull it up, and then I'm actually going to take the rope between my pointer finger and my thumb. I'm going to stabilize the beaner with my middle finger, and then with my thumb I'm going to push it through the gate. And that's the snap method. One hazard to watch out for while you're clipping is something called Z-clipping. That happens whenever you have two pieces of protection that are really close to each other, whether it's traditional protection like this or bolts. And in that situation, what you're doing is you're reaching down below your last piece of protection, you're pulling it up and clipping here. And notice how if I were to keep climbing, it creates this Z in the rope. It's really dangerous and you really need to watch out for it. So the other hazard is something called back clipping. And the way that happens is I'm coming up and let's say I clip into this piece. Notice how my rope is facing the rock. So if I were to keep climbing this way, let's say I take a fall and the rope lands on the gate, the force of a fall is enough to pull the rope through the gate, and then I fall even farther and this protection didn't do anything. So that's back clipping. The correct way, once you've clipped, is you want your end of the rope to be moving up, out, and away from the rock. Nice.